Hello everyone. Today is Friday, August 7th. At this time, I would like to communicate more details about our options for re-engaging our schools as we approach the first day on Tuesday, September 8th. Over the past several weeks, we've received countless emails and phone calls from people concerned about what the details of our Return to Learn plan will be and what we're going to be doing. Just so you know, this is an extensive process, and because of that, we're working hard to put things together so that we will have a solid plan for your children and our staff. Having said that, I would like to provide a little more detail regarding our plans for this fall. First of all, I want to make it clear that I'll be recommending to the Board of Education 3 specific reentry plan options during our next board meeting. The first one will include students coming to our schools with their teachers in the classroom 5 days a week for face-to-face instruction. This recommendation will not include a virtual option for parents and is being suggested based upon the pediatricians and what it is that they're telling us. They're strongly advocating that all policy considerations for the coming school year should start with a goal of having students physically present in school. The importance of in-person learning is well documented, and there is already evidence of the negative impacts on children because of school closures this past spring. The next choice includes students coming to our schools with their teachers in the classroom 5 days a week for face-to-face instruction, and a virtual Vikings online option for parents reluctant to send their child or children to school for various reasons. To be clear, the Vikings online option is open to Marysville students only and may or may not have a Marysville teacher. The reasoning for this is that we need staff in classrooms for face-to-face instruction with students. However, it's possible that several staff members may be available to take on some classes for the Vikings online program. But this cannot be determined until registration closes on Thursday, August 27th. The last recommendation, if the board chooses, will be a 100% virtual program for all children and young adults. This option would mean that all students would be taught by Marysville teachers. Instruction would also be more rigorous and more time would be spent online with staff. All 3 options will be presented to the Board of Education for their consideration. Even so, it's possible that the governor may be making a choice for all of us before the beginning of the academic year. And if she decides to move our region back to level 3, the district would implement our robust online program for our students taught by our Marysville teachers. If the board or governor's decision is to move fully online, the district will do its best to assist families in finding ways to get dependable Wi-Fi or internet access. I also want to take some time to explain some details of our Return to Learn plan that is currently being developed right now and has been in the process of being developed since the end of last month. The district will implement the Michigan Safe Schools Roadmap to the best of its abilities, including the required and strongly recommended protocols outlined by the governor. We will provide clear directions for our staff and students in the form of procedures, guidelines, and graphics on the implementation of our plan. The district will also require the wearing of face coverings, such as a gaiter to be worn around the neck by all of our staff and all students from preschool through grade 12. However, elementary level students will only be required to wear their face coverings during certain times of the day. They will not be required to wear them in classrooms unless they choose to do so. Nonetheless, students in grades 6 through 12 will be required to wear face coverings all day, with the exception of eating breakfast or lunch. The district is doing this because medical experts say that it drastically reduces the spread of the virus, along with frequent use of hand sanitizer and hand washings. These simple procedures and practices done on a regular basis will have a positive impact on keeping people safe. So wearing a face covering may seem like an inconvenience, but it protects you from others and others from you. This requirement, in my judgment, is a pretty good rationale, and it's going to be required unless a student or staff member has a medical reason why they cannot wear a face covering. If this is the case, a doctor's note will be required. Once we receive this documentation, a face shield will be required to be worn by these individuals as an alternative. The district will cooperate with the St. Clair County Health Department regarding implementing protocols for screening students and staff. Students and staff who develop a fever, become ill, or clinically unstable with COVID-19 symptoms at the school will wear a mask and be transported for off-site testing by their parent or guardian, emergency contact, or ambulance. To ensure the safety of everyone, symptomatic students and staff sent home from school will be kept home until they have tested negative for COVID-19 or have been released from isolation according to CDC guidelines. Families will be notified of the presence of any laboratory positive or clinically diagnosed cases of COVID-19 in the classroom or school to encourage closer observation for any symptoms at home. In the event of a lab or clinically diagnosed case of COVID-19, immediate efforts will be made to contact any close contacts so that they can be quarantined for 14 days at home. Students and staff will be closely monitored for any symptoms of COVID-19. At this time, empiric testing of all students or staff members in the school is not recommended. Only those that develop symptoms will be required COVID-19 testing. In closing, I would like to communicate to everyone that I'm very proud of the work being done by the district in preparation for the 2021 academic year. Regardless of the course the district or governor chooses to take, our amazing staff will be prepared to meet whatever challenges come their way. Together we are one Marysville.